Feeling green, feeling green. Don't you wanna feel real green? I do. Yes, this is Feeling Green, and I am Scott Schaefer, and I am here today with Jake and JP. We have met before on live television. That was a lot of fun, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, nervous. Anyway, this isn't live, so if you guys, we can edit it out. So you won't see everything today, but you'll see what you need to see. We're at my apartment, in my house, my humble abode, and Jake and JP are going to give my apartment an energy audit. Find out what am I wasting when I'm not home, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Phantom loads.
Right. How can I phantom loads? That's good. Yeah. What can I save if I change my habits a little bit? Right. Okay. So, just to let everybody know, how old are you?
I am 13.
11.
11 and 13. If an 11 and a 13-year-old can do this, so can you. Get your kids to do it. It'll be fun. Keep them busy for an afternoon or so, away from the TV. Okay, so let's get started. Where do you want to go?
Well,
kitchen is a huge part of your energy usage, so I think the main should be first.
Okay, kitchen it is. Okay, this is one of the hogs, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Refrigerator. What else uses? What is there anything that uses more than a refrigerator?
Dryer.
A dryer.
A dryer.
When it's in use.
When it's in
When
use.
it's in use.
Yeah, but this is always in use. 24/7.
That's.
So this is the hog. All right, let's.
Yes.
That didn't sound too.
Oh, that was just a rack or something.
Yeah.
Okay. You found it. All right.
There is.
So this is always using.
That's. What are you on, volts?
This is always using about
Sorry about that.
830. Its peak is 830, 820 watts, and this is every second. So 825 watt hours
Over
on,
1,000.
and it uses 7 watts as a phantom load. So
Wait, what's
24
not on? The fridge isn't on?
I don't think it changed.
Oh,
That's when it's cooling. If it's cooling
Oh,
all.
see, I just opened the door and the light came on. That jumped us up to 50. Now we're back down to 11. So just 7.
Okay.
So just the light by itself uses 43 watts.
Yes. And this is just the
Probably because it's a
small
45 watt bulb.
That would make sense.
So if you took that out of your fridge,
Put it in an LED.
see in the dark, it would use a lot less.
40 watt. Yep. How about that?
So this is always at least using 7, and when you have it open and it's manually cooling off something, it would use around.
You want
Like-
you want kWh? I have it. 0.168 kWh per
Okay.
day.
Do that.
Just.
Oh, it just clicked on?
Click on.
Yeah.
How much is
Here,
that?
I'll watch it. It's up to 160. 160 was the peak.
So 160 watt hours. This is mainly using, and with this light in here, it would be around 215.
Yeah, peaked at 200 about.
That's bridge back.
Okay, did you figure out how many kilowatt hours it uses in a day?
A day?
Yeah.
If it's on 24/7, which.
120 watts.
So if it's on 24/7 and we have 830, which is if it's seriously cooling, it's about 20 kWh.
20 kilowatt hours
Yeah,
in one day?
per day. Then if
Only if it's always cooling.
only if it's always cooling, but if we
Okay.
take our 7, which is what it's mainly at,
So that would run our house for 20 days.
we have 0.168 per day.
Per day.
And then we'll take that per year. It's like 61.32 kWh per year.
6,130. Oh, 61.32.
Yes.
So 61 kilowatt hours.
Per year.
Okay, I'm gonna find out how much that's gonna cost me later. If you're as confused as I was when I first watched this footage, you probably need a recap. So let's review what we just went over. Okay, so when the fridge is just sitting around and isn't running the cooler, it consumes 7 watts of energy per hour. This occurs 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, unless I unplug it. So we'll multiply this by 24 hours, which equals 168 watts per day. Multiply that with 365 days, and we get 61,320 watts. Now let's translate this into kilowatts. Since 1 kilowatt equals 1,000 watts, we'll just divide by 1,000, which gives us 61.32 kilowatt hours per year. So let's remember this figure. We'll just put it down below. Next, we'll figure out how much the fridge consumes while the cooler is running. We found out that while the cooler is running, the fridge consumes 800 watts per hour. Now, since I've never been bored enough to sit around and time my cooler in the fridge, I don't really know how often it runs each day. So we'll just say it kicks in about 4 hours a day, which gives us 320 watts per day. Multiply this by 365, and we get 116,800 watts per year. Again, we'll divide that number by 1,000, and find that the cooling unit in the fridge consumes about 117 kilowatt hours per year. Now we can use our two figures to get the total. Remember that the phantom load is 61.32 kilowatt hours per year, and the cooling load is 116.8 kilowatt hours per year. Add them together and we see that the fridge consumes 178 kilowatt hours each year. How much does that cost? Well, according to my electric bill from La Plata Electric Association, I pay about 8.5 cents per kilowatt hour. So in a year, my fridge costs me $15.31 to run. Doesn't seem like much to keep my food fresh, but add up everything in the house and I'm paying about $210 a year in energy for my 2-bedroom condo. Let's see how some other things in my apartment contribute to that cost. Stove! Okay, I don't know where the outlet is for that. It's probably behind too.
This looks like...
My oven doesn't even really work.
Okay, let's...
That's a big plug. We can't
we
test
can't use
that.
that.
You
Can't test that?
We can't touch that.
Okay.
That's high voltage.
High voltage.
High voltage
High-
toaster. You see how much energy this toaster.
Okay, wait, what are we using here? What is this?
This is a kilowatt meter and tells how many
P3.
P3. Yeah.
It tells what?
Tells us how much electricity is being passed through.
Okay.
And it's...
And where can we find one of these? What kind of store can we buy this at?
Online.
very, very rare.
It's hard to find.
It's hard to find.
Scott Toaster has a phantom load of 1 watt, so he's using a watt whenever that is plugged in.
So 1 watt per hour.
Per second.
Per second.
1 watt instantaneous.
Okay. So
So
that adds up
watt
to 1 watt hour.
Yes.
Every hour.
Every hour.
So
Over
24
there.
watt hours
A day.
A day.
a day. Okay.
When not,
That makes
when
sense.
And,
And
when
but it's not even on. So what's using that 1 watt?
mainly the
The
clock.
clock.
The clock,
But some
which
appliances.
I don't even use,
Yes.
obviously, because it's blinking.
But
Bunch of
some
eights.
appliances don't even have any visual or what, but just use that memory. Like a computer uses that electricity to keep the memory going and the battery from overfrying and the fan going. So, yeah, so it doesn't lose any
So
electricity.
there's always something going on.
There's
and it
always
doesn't-
something going on.
It's not going to hurt my microwave to unplug it when I'm not using it.
No, it is
Okay.
not going to hurt
It's not
you.
going to forget what it does, right?
No, it's not.
You're not
It's
going to
just
plug
gonna
it back
forget.
in and it just decides it's a refrigerator instead? It's going to
No.
it's going to do that? Okay.
The only thing it will do is forget what time it is.
Okay.
So if
We
it's
need
if
to
you're actually
see how
even
much
using
uses.
it, if when you're using this whenever you are,
Oh yeah, right. So
so
it
just
happens when I use
just
it.
put in 30 seconds. We just need it. Let's start.
Okay, and
Starts right there. Yep. Oh, okay.
Okay, so-
oh.
Find the spike of it. 1 3
so
4
this
7.
toaster
1, 3,
uses
4,
about
7.
1.3 kilowatts
Instantaneous.
instantaneously
While it's in use.
while it's in use. And
1.3, huh?
that's about what it would take if you use your electric really little to run your house in 1 day.
That's what we use in the summertime.
So you guys, in 1 day,
We
use
use about
as much energy as my toaster uses in 1 hour?
yes.
If it ran for a whole hour?
That's probably about
Your entire house.
My entire house.
in summertime.
I think I have room for improvement.